watching Plus1TV in Basement 247 Studios. The show is called Timeline. I'm Tyler Pollard, and today I am talking to Jim Healey from the band We're All Gonna Die. Jim, the show is called Timeline, and just kind of want to have a conversation with you about how music entered your life, and maybe just walk us through the specifics, how it took hold.
Sure. Well, music in general, I guess, is always part of my life in some aspect as being, I guess anybody, with parents that listen to music, you're always somehow get the radio on, or you got, certain records playing when you're a kid, and you got memories about that, those types of artists that you had when you're...
Who are some of those artists?
It's funny, there was always a lot of music in my house when I was young, but it was a mishmash of just... of retardation. I have no idea where my parents' musical taste came from, but it was pretty insane. So there'd be, on one hand, some old Bee Gees, and then old Bee Gees, pre-disco Bee Gees, and then Roger Whittaker, and then Janis Joplin, some Zeppelin. So it was weird. It was it kind of went across the board. There was a whole bunch of different stuff, but. One of my earliest memories was always my dad was a big Moody Blues fan. Mm-hmm. And by default, I think as a kid that became my first real band that I got into. That was the first. That was really the first big rock concert, Boston Garden, that I went to. Me, my dad, my brother, and my cousin Russ. Once that really became part of our life, and we showed that much interest in music, we ended up getting instruments. Soon after that.
As a pack?
Yeah, kind of as a pack. The whole Sears catalog. You're looking at Christmas time comes and it's time for the fake Les Pauls, and
they ordered page 17.
Yeah, someone gets the drum set. So that's basically what happened when we.
So was there direction coming from home with all this? Now that it was introduced, was it just free for all, or were they involved in how you were approaching the instruments?
Not involved whatsoever, other than buying them for us. So they kind of were it was more my dad more than anything. So my dad was just basically on a whim, saw that we really dug music, took us to our first concert, like I said. So once we all got instruments, it was. We were kind of left to our own devices, which was great, but it was also, we had no idea what the fuck we were doing. Yeah, it was chaos. So, and especially given the fact that there was, my cousin Russ and I were given guitars, and my brother was given drums, so we didn't have a bass player. He didn't really know how the whole band dynamic thing would work, so it was just just go downstairs and make a shitload of noise, Do
you remember some of the first songs that you started to actually try and get together as a group?
First song that we actually learned as a group was Billy Squire's, Everybody Wants You.
Oh.
But it wasn't really, I think, until I got a little bit older and discovered heavier music and then I discovered Led Zeppelin, that I was just
How much talk goes into what you're trying to accomplish? Did that happen in the first band, or?
You know what? When I first started playing it, I actually kept up with it once I said, I knew at 13 when I was playing that I was going to be a musician for the rest of my life, and it's probably one of the stupidest decisions I've ever made in my life. But it wasn't really a decision, so to speak. It was just kind of I just knew I like this. I like the whole idea of being able to be in a band. It was the whole romantic aspect of it, or whatever, that you're in a band and you tour and you do this and you do that and you can drink beer and you can you get chicks and all that shit, but it was really for me more about the music always, and it just I never went into it saying with any delusions of grandeur. I knew it was going to be fucking hard work and to get where you want to go, but I always was, I was hooked once I started doing it. Said, I'm going to be a musician and I want to, reach a certain level of success. And as the years go by, that goal, slowly diminishes, but nonetheless, you keep doing it because you can't stop.
We're All Gonna Die, to me, is a good modern adaptation of what everybody, I think, wanted thrash and metal to do. Mm-hmm. And it gracefully incorporated melody and powerful vocals with good lyrics, while allowing, a well-used, effective metal rhythm to get music that's interesting and full of life. And so I'm a big fan, and
I appreciate that.
I appreciate you coming here to talk to us today.
I appreciate you having me.
About your rock and roll. You've been watching Plus1TV, Basement 247 Studios.